Hey guys, Aaron Geezy here. Got a big announcement I wanted to make, and also just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on some things, what's been going on last few months. It's been kind of a weird few months. It's been kind of a crazy year, really. But I guess I'll just get right into it. So, a big announcement. As of the end of this week, I'm going to be leaving mainstream social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I will be deleting my accounts. I'm still going to remain on YouTube for the time being. Long story short, you guys knew this was coming. I've been talking about this for a while. I just can't, in good conscience, support these big tech companies that are communist sympathizers, that are censoring free speech, that are censoring anyone that questions, the crimes that are being committed by our government. It's not cool. You know, to be honest, I think I have always felt like social media has been kind of a ripoff. It's like Zuckerberg says, "Hey, I'm going to have a website and I'm going to have all this content. Hey guys, come on here. You create all the content and I'll make all the money." That's basically how it works. I know so many musicians, so many creative people that spend so much time trying to create these posts, stressing out about, man, what am I going to say? I got to keep this up, keep posting, like every day, like coming up with this stuff to post on social media. What are they getting for it? Nothing really. Likes maybe. All these like marketing people. I spent the last year or so trying to learn the music business side, listening to these marketing people, and so many of them are basically like, yeah, you got to post on social media several times a day, every day, all this stuff. And I don't know. You can agree with that, disagree with that, but in the end, I just feel like it's a lot of work and it's making Zuckerberg a lot of money, but it's not necessarily making anyone else a lot of money. The advertisers are the customers, and the people on there are the product. And for me, honestly, aside from that, it's just kind of become a place for family members to harass me, and I just don't really feel like I'm getting anything good out of it anymore. And yeah, so I've found some other places. I'm going to be on gab.com. Just look up Geezetown. I'm also on Telegram, t.me/Geezetown. I also just found out about another new one that I just started posting on called DTube. That's D.tube. And it's kind of like YouTube. It's a little bit more complicated to use as a creator. As a user, it's still pretty simple, but just as a creator, it's just a little bit not as straightforward to upload things because it uses blockchain technology, and it uses, well, I won't get into all the details here. That'll maybe be for another video, but it uses some really interesting up and coming technologies that support free speech and make it really difficult for anyone to censor you. And so, long story short, these are companies that I can believe in, that I can get behind, that I can feel good about being on, because you know, they aren't these corporate jerks that are like trying to ruin our country with all this communism garbage and woke culture and cancel culture. And, obviously, 10, 20 years ago, before social media existed, we all did just fine, right? So if we get rid of this stuff, it's not the end of the world. If we didn't have social media at all, but which we still do, and there's still a lot more companies, in development, that are coming out, because really, after the end of January, when all this kind of happened and there's this big crackdown, the censorship went through the roof. Anyone questioning, the illegal activities by our government got censored. When that started happening, I think a lot of people realized that there's a need for freedom of speech on social media, and a lot of these companies came out. Everyone jumped on Parler at first, but then that got shut down. Gab, I'm a big fan of, but for a while it was really difficult to use Gab because they were just getting so many millions of people signing up every day that they couldn't keep up with it. It took them a little while to kind of get that sorted out. And at this point, they do. At this point, everything runs fine over there. And my understanding is that they're going to be they're going to be improving things as well. I was told that in a few months that they're going to be doing some updates on their video platform, that side of it, and they could be supporting live video. I will still be on YouTube at this point because that was kind of the thing is I couldn't really find any other place for live video, and that just seems like the best compromise for now. But we'll see how things develop. If Gab gets something with live video, or if another company comes out, that'll give me a good reason for me to ditch YouTube. But I'm also going to be trying to migrate away from YouTube. I'm going to be just if I'm just posting a video, if I'm not going live, I might just post like a preview kind of thing on YouTube and then post the actual video on DTube or Telegram or somewhere else because, yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to support free speech and to get people off of these big tech platforms that are trying to destroy our country with their communist and culture censorship, plans that that they have in place. And so yeah, so that's the announcement. That's kind of what's been going on. Just to give you a little bit of update on me and kind of what I've been up to the last few months. Like honestly, it's been a very uncertain time. I mean, you can't go in Minnesota. We can't really go anywhere without having to wear a mask. Live music has basically been shut down. All the places that I used to go to see bands have all been shut down. Maybe they're doing like a live stream or something. Like I'm hearing about, there's a place called The Garage that's really more of a community center that I get emails from them, and I guess they're trying to do like live streaming. They've somewhat, survived this, I think, because it is more like a community center and not like a bar. And they still have other kind of things that they're able to do, and I think maybe they've got like some nonprofit status or some funding from the government. I'm not exactly sure what their deal is. They still seem to be somewhat around, although I don't think they're doing they're not doing live shows. I know that not that you can actually like go to and be like a normal concert. I'm seeing some musician friends of mine in like Tennessee and other places that are still able to do this, and that's awesome. But Minnesota, not so much. Not happening here, and they've taken that away. Then all this stuff happens with social media, and it's just like, I just can't feel good about being on here anymore. I just can't support something that's trying to take away our freedom, and so it's just been a little bit of an uncertain time, like not sure exactly what the path is forward. So a couple things, I've been trying to just work on things that I know are certain, that I know, like, just like simple stuff, just practicing, learning to play a few cover songs, that kind of stuff. There's this cassette project that I'd started. I've been, kind of slowly chipping away at that still, just because there's been a lot of it to make, and I'm working on a video for that. And but other than that, I mean, I've been working actually at the bus company more hours lately than I have in the last 5 years, because with all the government lockdowns and everything, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to even get any hours consistently, or if things would just keep shutting down, or what was going to happen. So I ended up taking a route that was more hours, kind of thinking, well, if they're open for a little bit, then at least I'll get some time in and make some money. And then if they close, if we still end up getting paid, I'll probably get paid more because I'm technically supposed to be on the clock more, or I don't know. I basically just took a different route this year, and at this point now things are opening back up, so now I kind of am paying the price for it. So it is what it is. It's just been a crazy year, crazy situation, uncertain times, but trying to make the best of it. I spent a lot of time trying to look into some of these alternative social media companies, just kind of learning about some of the different new technologies. A lot of these companies are using blockchain technology, which is what cryptocurrency uses, and it looks really promising. It looks really interesting. I'm looking into getting away from Spotify and Apple Music and all those companies as well. And one of the companies that I've been looking into is called Audius, and it actually uses cryptocurrency, and it's kind of like a free version of Spotify that's decentralized and gives rewards people with cryptocurrency. So I just put like a song up on that. I'm still kind of looking into it, checking it out. I think there's a couple other ones too that might be something like that. But but yeah, I mean, my plan is just to get away from all these mainstream, social media companies because they're all supporting this cancel culture and these communist ideas and censoring free speech. And I just can't. I can't feel good about being on that. I can't feel good about supporting that. It'd be like if I was signed to a label that was, trying to tell me what I can and can't say on my with my art. I mean, it's really no different. Being on social media, and they're telling you what you can and can't say and what can and can't be censored. It's just like it's I don't know. And even just being on Gab and some of these other places for a while, coming back to Facebook, it just feels like I'm being forced to watch an episode of some news thing on CNN. It's so like milk toast and politically correct, and I just don't like it. So so yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, I've been looking into a lot of this stuff, learning about a lot of it, working on some music. So I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not, quitting music or anything like that. It's just been kind of a weird time, and I've been trying to sort it out and figure out what's going on exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting off social media, getting off mainstream social media, I should say, deleting my accounts. If you guys want to stay in touch, you want to follow me, like I said, find me on Gab, find me on Telegram, go to my website. I got an email list, whatever. There's ways you can stay in contact with me. If not, it's been great connecting with you. Thank you for checking out my music, for giving me any of your time at all. I appreciate it. But at this point, unfortunately, I just can't be on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter anymore. So so like I said, thanks. But if you don't feel inclined to follow me, it's been nice knowing you. All right. I guess I'll wrap it up here. Thanks for you guys for watching, and I guess maybe I will see some of you guys on Gab or one of these other platforms. Otherwise, adios. Bye.